RBRBoxing here with Swift Jarrett Hurd, IBF Junior Middleweight Champion of the World. We're checking in with you during training camp, now less than a month away from your April 7th title unification against Erislandy Lara. How's training camp been going?
Training camp is going good, you know. We had a great training camp so far. We kind of figured this fight was coming up. We was getting prepared for Cedric V2, so we've been in camp for a little while now. And we got a call for Erislandy Lara, so we're still getting ready for a southpaw. We was getting ready for a southpaw then, we're getting ready for one now. And camp's going good.
Now, I was talking to Ernesto Rodriguez, your head trainer, about the fan response. You know, from our perspective, we get to see a lot of, you know, trash talk from fans and stuff like that. But for you, they seem to be gravitating towards you. The term that gets thrown out a lot is throwback fighter, because not only are you talking about, you know, I want the belts, I want to fight the best, but you're actually doing it. Your voluntary defense against Trout was a difficult fight that you didn't have to take. A lot of guys wouldn't have, coming off winning the title. So now you're stepping in with arguably one of the most avoided fighters in all of boxing. Talk about your mindset. Why do you feel it's necessary to take so many difficult fights, let's say, back to back?
Well, it's not so much that I want to take the difficult fights. It's more that I feel I'm the best. So it's no point of, you know, going around these fighters. Just go straight at it. Why not? When I feel like I'm not getting no younger. So I might as well take the fights now and get out of the way. And I feel as though I'm the best in the division. You know, if it's all about styles. If the style don't fit, I wouldn't take the fight, you know. And I feel like the fight with Lara fits my style perfectly. I know you guys seen the fight with him and Angulo. I feel like I'm a much bigger, much faster, much slicker, and much stronger guy than Angulo. And I feel like my constant pressure will eventually get to Lara. We all said it before, man. It's no secret how this fight is going to turn out. He either going to box good for 12 rounds, or eventually my pressure is going to get to him. And I feel as though the way my pressure is going to get to him eventually.
All right, now talk a little bit about, I ran into the message board that you guys have behind you, some quotes from Lara and stuff like that. Has that bothered you in the build-up, and you're using that as motivation?
It's definitely motivation, and it hasn't bothered me. You know, I'm one of them guys that it's almost impossible to get under skin. I don't take anything serious, man. You know, I mean, you know, that's some guy's game plan. It never gets to me. But you know, Lara did have some things to say, and he said a few personal things. You know, he called me a bitch, typical DC clown, and even bringing my mother into it, talking about to get me out of my parents' house. So, you know, those are things I definitely are going to take into this fight. Something that's going to be on my mind. And like I said, though, it's never getting under my skin. It's never to go in there recklessly and trying to, you know, fight angry. It's just, I know what I got it in my mind, and I plan to make him pay for that.
Have you watched any tape? Are you guys big on, you know, looking back on other fights and stuff like that? Maybe the Terrell Gausha fight. You know, you were on that card. Obviously, you watched it ringside. Have you taken anything from his most recent performances that might fit into the wrinkles of what you're preparing to show him on April 7th? Yeah,
well, we watched mostly all the Lara fights. But the main one we watch consistently are the Canelo one and the Angulo one. Okay. We have seen the Terrell Gausha one, but we don't watch it too much because that's not the style that we want to, you know, stimulate. We don't want to react that style. You know, Terrell Gausha was kind of let Lara fight at his pace, and that's not something we're going to do. So, you know, we watched it a few times, but that's not a fight we always watch.
All right. Now, a couple more questions. Talk about, I was talking to Ernesto earlier about you showing the wrinkle in your game, going southpaw against Trout seemed to work for you well. Have you guys been working on that more? Is that something that you want to show more often? Or are you comfortable with it as far as switching and your footwork and things like that?
Yeah, man. You know, I'm getting much more comfortable with the southpaw. Right now, southpaw is something that I do temporarily. It's not something like a Terrence Crawford thing where he eventually switched, you know, stayed there for almost, you know, some of his career now. But it's something I do for a little couple seconds in the round, but I don't stay there. And it's just another arsenal under my belt I can pull out when I need it.
Now talk about Las Vegas, which has now been announced as the location. That's got to hold a special place for you, being that was your, you know, Showtime fight with Galarza, your breakout fight, and kind of put you on the map. You know, does it hold a special place for you, and do you welcome that challenge? You're now going back, and this is, you know, the biggest fight of your career against Lara.
Right, yeah, man. The fight is in Las Vegas. You know, my only fight in Las Vegas was at the Hard Rock Casino, and I'm going straight back there. And that was one of my best performances against Frank Galarza. And it's funny because I just talked to my younger brother Justin. I'm repping the shirt now. But I was talking to Slick, and he was like, man, at the Barclays Center, you fought there twice, and the 2 times you fought there, you got a 10th round stoppage. And he said, last time you fought at Hard Rock Casino, you got a 6th round stoppage. So it's going to repeat itself again at the Hard Rock, So I don't know, man. Hopefully, see if we get a 6th round stoppage over Erislandy Lara.
All right, now you have a stoppage streak going on. Are you looking to continue that? Do you mind how you get the win, or are you looking focused to get a stoppage win?
I mean, of course, if the stoppage come, we love that. We never want to leave it in the judge's hand. My last 10 fights, I had 9 knockouts. I had 9 of my opponents. And but we never go in there looking for the stoppage, but it's always better to get it. And if it comes, it comes. But one thing for sure, I will be one of the first guy to unanimously beat Lara with no discussion. No one can say that Jarrett may have lost that fight. I'm gonna win it unanimously.
All right, you heard it from the man, Swift Jarrett Hurd, IBF champion. We'll check in with you after the fight. Best of luck, April 7th.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.